tra virgolette, in questa avventura grafica, sbarra GDR, sbarra incubo, sbarra ansia, e investighiamo il quadro.
On the man's chest. It's as if Sarah Hawkins breathed a message into it.
So, Mr. Pierce, what do you make of these elements?
Allora, abbiamo diverse opzioni. Scopre cosa c'è da doppio sul posto 36. Sarebbe un errore sottovalutare questo dipinto intanto.
Could be exactly as it appears. I think your daughter is sending you a message.
That's what I believe, too. It was 3 months ago that I received the call from the police telling me of my daughter's death. And yet a short while after, this painting was delivered to my home. The painting is linked to this case, can't you see? You must find the meaning behind all this.
Allora, scopri cosa c'è da sapere sul posto 36.
Warehouse 36.
That's right. It came with Sarah's last painting.
And you think your daughter could have been the sender?
That is what you must find out. Go to Darkwater. Find Warehouse 36.
Nel rapporto della polizia si parla della sua fragilità mentale.
You must tell me if what the police suggest about the mental state of your daughter is true.
No. Sarah had visions. Everyone knew that. She never would have hurt a fly. She only thought she saw things.
Saw things? What do you mean by that?
I never knew what she meant by that. My daughter was an enigmatic figure, Mr. Pierce. You must find out the truth about her life and death.
Dove viveva Sarah Hawkins?
Never heard of the place. Where is that?
It's a small, remote island off the coast of Boston. Sarah lived there with her son and her husband.
I suppose you want to ship me off there.
Darkwater holds the secret regarding my daughter, Mr. Pierce. You must uncover it.
Ancora
The
c'è
sender's
qualcosa
label
qua.
mentions.
That's right.
And you think
That is go to...
her husband was a... I believe you are right.
I believe...
Ok.
I think I'm beginning to understand.
I'm willing to do anything for my daughter.
Quiet down. An artist dies with her family in a house fire. Your only clue is a sort of promontory painting sent from Darkwater right before her death.
Correct. And the rumors about her supposed folly.
Which you don't totally deny.
Find that warehouse. Find out the truth regarding Sarah Hawkins' death. You'll be handsomely compensated.
All right. I'll take the case. I'll go to Darkwater and look into the death of your daughter.
Thank you, Mr. Pierce. I didn't expect any less coming from a man in your situation.
Something's queer. But it's not like I have a choice. Darkwater. I think I've got a book on the North Atlantic. I'll no doubt find some information on this island in there. Darkwater is off the coast of Boston. But I've never heard of it. According to this book, it was often mentioned during whale hunting times at the end of the 19th century. But it seems to have been shunned since then. All I have to do is go to the port. I just hope that I can find a boat able to take me to Darkwater.
Ok, quindi parti per Darkwater. Questo dipinto c'è lei, Sara potrebbe essere lei, che vede questo tizio, questa entità, e poi la casa va a fiamme.
Battalion. Holding your position and obeying.
Opera densa di concetti pensata per specialmente nel primo volume. Vabbè.
Orders. That isn't courage.
Ok, andiamo. Parti per Darkwater. Vediamo un pochino che succede. Capitolo 2, porto di Darkwater. Pierce accetta il caso di Hawkins, l'artista nell'attacco accusato di aver provocato l'incendio che ha ucciso lei e la sua famiglia. Come unico indizio lasciato suo padre un dipinto inquietante. Sull'etichetta postale indirizzo un deposito situato presso il molo dell'isola di Darkwater. Sarà lì che Pierce darà inizio alle sue indagini. Perfetto. Speriamo che non metta troppa paura perché sinceramente io un pochino di questi giochi e me la fifo. Però, che si deve fare? Fatemi sapere anche voi se vi sta piacendo il titolo, Sconfiate nella follia intanto, o meno. Iscrivetevi al canale e lasciate un like.
We're almost there.
Comunque ripeto, graficamente è più bella la grafica di gioco che le sequenze filmate. Ed ecco qua, inizia il vero e proprio gioco. La nave si chiama Scilla, come il mostro. Che c'è tra Scilla e appunto tra la regione Scilla e Messina. Scilla e Carilli. So che hanno usato la Y qua. Scilla abito vicino io. Poi quella Y.
Stay on board. There's guys coming to unload. Welcome to Darkwater Island, Mr. Pierce.
Why, thank you, Captain Fitzroy.
So, what wind brought you?
Does the Hawkins case mean anything to you?
A sad story that we would all prefer to forget. Charles Hawkins may have been a landlubber, but he was a good man.
And his wife, Sarah Hawkins.
A nice young woman, and a great painter. What a tragedy. You know what? Go have a drink at the Stranded Whale. What you need is a good pick-me-up. Mitchell may not be very welcoming, but his bar holds a surprise for you. As for me, you'll find me at the Harbor Master's office. If it's the Hawkins family that brings you here, I have a pile of documents that should interest you.
Understood. I'm going for a look around the docks.
Ok, parla con Fitzroy, il capitano. Se c'è sapete dei frame del gioco che vanno un pochino a cavolo. Cioè, si passa dai 70 ai 50 senza un'apparente motivazione. Magari poi abbassiamo un po' i dettagli, anche se non mi sembra che il gioco sia così pesante. Allora lì Fitzroy, obiettivi secondari, raggiungi il bar. Questa è bella una spiaggiata, probabilmente.
Okay, that's enough. Step back and let us do our job. The same goes for you, sir. Move along.
I'm looking for this address. Warehouse 36, Darkwater Harbor.
Ah. And so who are you?
I didn't introduce myself. Edward Pierce, private detective.
In any case, it's not very important. I can't answer that.
You can't? Or you don't want to?
Oh, no. I'm not getting into those games, me. Now, please, allow me to do my job.
You can't understand. You're not sailors. It's a sign. There's something coming. Something real bad.
I frame vanno un pochino a caso. Vediamo se riesco a sistemare abbassando leggermente la grafica. Non so perché fa questo, comunque non è che l'ho messo. Comunque abbiamo indizi un attimino, capitolo 1. Capitolo 2 nulla, Darkwater. Abbiamo dei... sanità mentale. Ok, il caso. Che dovevano per... ok, l'impostazione di gioco, un attimo, fatemi provare forse ad abbassare qualcosa. Distanza ultra non penso che mi serve, vicino, meglio, lontano, ultra, proviamo a mettere lontano, anti-aliasing l'ho abbassato, post processing mi serve alto, non credo, ultra metto alto, texture lascia ultra, gli effetti e togli pure questi altri, voglio dire. Il rendering l'ho messo al massimo, non penso che cambi qualcosa. Ma se così cambia qualcosina, insomma, io vedo uguale, sostanzialmente, però. Va bene, qualche piccolo drop di frame ancora non è importante, però. Ehi.
Hey, be careful. Let's get him another drink. He's dry.
In my bar, we don't serve troublemakers.
You saw what happened. He's the troublemaker.
Oh, you're a true mainlander. A real princess. You strut around with your la-di-da ways, and then, as soon as the pressure arises, you start squealing. You don't have what it takes to drink my whiskey. You've got to earn it.
I'm here for information, not for a fight.
I prefer it that way. Speak then. I reserve the right to answer or not.
Do you know where this place is? Warehouse 36, Darkwater Harbor.
The Hawkins warehouse. I see, yeah. If I were you, I wouldn't hang around there.
Why not?
First off, there are rumors. Sailors from around here say you can hear noises coming from the warehouse at night. Screams, that sort of thing.
Screams?
And that's not all. There's the fate of its owners and all the superstitions that go with it. But I'll say no more. Anything else?
Captain
Scusatemi,
Fitzroy.
cagnolini, va bene?
Oh yeah? That must have been before you came looking for a fight in my bar.
Oh, come on. Because of a little tussle.
Drinking it here is a privilege, and I grant the privilege to whoever I want. Anything else?
The stranded whale. I guess this bar has been here a long time.
What can I tell you? I'm a nostalgic sort of guy. The name, it reminds us of the golden age of dockwater, when our whalers left for long months and came back sweating and stinking of the oil and flesh of the whales they'd been hunting.
It was a tough time, all the same.
Ah, but steeped in glory. We've never known such wealth since then.
What can you tell me about her?
We all knew she was famous on the mainland for her paintings. Never understood why. Then, I don't want to speak ill of the dead.
Was it so terrible?
Way I see it, the truth is really a question of point of view.
What do you mean by that?
Do you still trust the truth after a bottle of whiskey?
Her style made her famous. How would you describe it? Torture?
Yeah, well, it wasn't normal. I mean, for a young woman with a child and all that. We saw them in the papers and we said to ourselves, who can paint such things? Is that how she sees the world?
So they made you feel uncomfortable?
You need to see them for yourself. Make up your own mind.
I've got what I need.
Anything else?
I didn't expect to find alcohol on this island. What's the source of this miracle?
You mean who? Our source of supply wouldn't like me to betray them to the first comer.
I'll tell nobody.
You know it anyway. Anything
Beh,
else?
stiamo cercando delle informazioni, ovviamente. Vabbè, intanto ci congeliamo.
Do you like our song?
We're true sirens. We may not be pros, but we give it all we've got.
That's true. It's a reminder of the time when we were still fishing for whales off Darkwater Island.
What brought whaling to an end?
The whales, of course. They all disappeared.
You exhausted the stocks.
You could say that, yes. There were fewer and fewer of them.
Until the last, the biggest.
The one of the miraculous catch.
Exactly.
I've never heard this song before.
Only people from here know it. It tells the story of the miraculous catch.
It's a local legend?
Watch what you say, young man.
That catch saved our island.
Ah. Where's the proof?
We're the proof. Without it, the whole of Darkwater would have died of hunger in 1847.
It's true. Everything happened just as it says in the newspaper report.
What report?
The one that's framed right behind you. Our grandparents tasted its flesh.
And it was delicious.
I bid you farewell, gentlemen.
Good night, stranger.
So long.
If I had the wings of the girly boys, I would spread them and fly home.
The miraculous catch. Apparently, the most significant event of the last 80 years.
You have no right to treat us like this.
Nightmares. Can hear things and voices whispering. Will follow its reader and appear at various locations. Gifted with its own consciousness.
What you looking at, stranger?
I've rarely seen a woman who can hold her liquor so confidently.
What gives you the right to judge me?
Ah, it was a compliment.
So what? Let me drink, stranger. I told you to beat it.
The doctor, what did he say?
He laughed.
My God.
broken. This place seems half abandoned. I wonder what Captain Fitzroy's got to say about this woman cat.
I've brought out the Charles Hawkins cargo manifests. They're on the table next to you. But in truth, you're likely to be disappointed. When you're done, come join me on the deck. I've brought out the Charles Hawkins cargo manifests. They're on the table next to you. But in truth, you're likely to be disappointed.
These manifests are signed by Charles Hawkins. That's all I'll get from them.
From here, I see everything that goes on in the harbor. The hard-working lives of my sailors, the fights at the stranded whale. Even the antics of these wharf rats don't escape me.
It's you who lays down the law around here.
Oh, I wouldn't go that far. I'm just the last serving captain on Darkwater. Tell me what I can do to help you.
I'm looking for Warehouse 36. Do you know where it is?
Look, it's right there. The warehouse is opposite the jetty. You can't miss it.
Understood.
You know who the building belongs to, don't you?
It belonged to the Hawkins family.
Precisely. Ship owners from father to son.
I think that somebody here wanted me to search this warehouse. Your manifests have been blacked out. They're totally unreadable.
Yeah, I saw that. I've got no idea who did it or why. I don't remember having countersigned anything special enough for someone to hide it.
And why obliterate the dates, as well as the goods stored in the warehouse?
You mean that the dates have some meaning?
I'm surprised Charles Hawkins had goods to store, knowing that whaling stopped in 1847.
I see that you're interested in the history of our island. Indeed, maritime activities ceased altogether at the end of the last century. I imagine that the Hawkins family had other types of contracts.
But you don't know with whom?
No, it was none of my business.
Che la storia è abbastanza interessante al momento.
Can you tell me where the...
Look, I've already shown it to you. It's the one with the cop on guard duty out front. You can't miss it.
Understood.
Cos'è la pesca? Chi è Cat? Aspetta,
I found a
chiesto.
threatening letter, signed by a certain cat.
What? I don't mind you visiting my harbor master's office, but I prefer...
Are you being blackmailed?
Not exactly, no. That shiest...
With any success?
I wouldn't, but she terrifies my men.
Can you not do anything?
Don't you worry about that.
The miraculous cat.
Not at all. It's an episode from our... Go read the story of the sailors. It's displayed on a wall of...
Vabbè, ci congediamo per il momento.
So come back and see me.
Consultiamo il tacchino. Indizi. Punto di carico. Carta. Fisso. 2 punti disponibili abbiamo. Quindi possiamo aumentare che cosa? Questi servono 4 punti, 6 punti, 4 punti, 6 punti. Ne aumento niente il caso. Entra nel deposito 36. Entrare di qua.
Forget it. Nobody listens to us anyway.
That's no way to treat an omen.
Oh yeah.
Io vorrei visitare un pochino pure in giro. Che mi sta un pochino attirando. Visto gli FPS come salgono Ci sparano da 50 a 100 di 10. Non so se è una cattiva ottimizzazione delle risorse, ma ballano troppo. Non ci dicono questi. Comunque tutti hanno una stranissima, eh.
Why did you do that, huh?
We saw what you did to St. Brendan.
Yeah, we'll teach you to come onto our island and ridicule our protectors.
I respect your beliefs.
Our beliefs? You mean you don't believe in God?
That's irrelevant.
That's what you think.
There's you, our beloved statue, and then those two bozos behind us. Wait, now that I think about it, it's got to be them. There's one of them who's always going back and forth to the statue.
Quieter. That's all we need for them to hear us.
What brings you to Darkwater?
That statue represents your local saint.
What do you mean by local, exactly?
You wouldn't be looking down at us, like all townspeople do.
St. Brendan. He protected whalers and fishermen like us. Until those assholes defaced him.
Peculiar house.
Yeah, that's where we live. Our boat.
It's not because it doesn't float anymore that we're going to abandon it.
Giusto.
Isn't it a bit early for alcohol?
We got nothing better to do anyway.
Fitzroy gives us a few chores every now and again, but since...
So we...
Beh, purtroppo. Chi sono quegli
The
uomini?
two guys behind.
The bootlegger.
They're protecting their territory.
They really don't have a choice. They're more scared of Cat than an attack by drunkens.
If only they would kill each...
I've taken enough of you.
Let's...
No, aspetta, ti sto chiedendo chi è Cat.
Did you...
Is it Cat who's shaking that?
Oh, hold on.
Nothing...
I've taken...
ok. Ma mi posso abbassare?
Serious problems with you know who.
Sì?
I bet that you hid them somewhere in your hut on the docks. How could you be dumb enough to leave the entrance to the warehouses unguarded?
Keep your voice down. Why not go and shout at the cat while you're at it? I don't want to end up with her little knife under my throat.
It's a stiletto, you idiot. And with that smell on your breath, I don't give you much chance anyway.
Vediamo che succede di qua.
Who's this guy?
No idea. You better keep it shut. What's with you wandering around here like a hungry dog?
We saw you talking to the two soaks. Go die of thirst, the lot of you. Little stinkers.
I've got to enter the Hawkins warehouse. I guess it's going to be complicated.
No, it's very simple, in fact. Fuck off.
I don't give a damn about your racket. I just want to get into this warehouse.
And we don't give a damn about you. Whatever your reason for wanting inside, there's nothing we can do for you.
I've got to get inside. It's your boss who sent me.
Oh, yeah? And why didn't she say anything to us?
She sent me to see who's filching her stock.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You got no proof to back up your claims, and I'd advise you against snitching.
If I can't get rid of those two, I'll have to look for another way.
What's with you wandering around?
We saw it. Go die.
What happened to the statue of...
What makes you think we did it?
We're bootleggers.
Who do you think defaced the...
What do I know?
The sailors?
Who else, in your opinion?
Cat.
What?
She's the boss, yeah.
Shut up, you dummy. You want...
She must be quite intimidating if she can make two men like...
She redid the smile.
I hope he had a good dentist.
No, you don't understand.
But he only smiles with the left.
So, who are you?
Are you stupid or...
Everybody knows us.
I've just arrived.
Let's just say we're standing guard, and we let no...
I bid you.
Quindi o troviamo
I can't get rid of those two. I'll have to look for another way.
un altro percorso, giustamente. Vediamo un'occhiatina in giro intanto. Lui non mi ha detto niente. Ma se lui mi dice qualcosa. Oppure guardiamo la statua, che non sarebbe male.
Damnation. I broke it. It's no use. The padlock won't give.
Questa deve essere la statua che hanno... Ah, quanto è sceso gli FPS qui? 36.
St. Brendan, patron saint of sailors and travelers. Desecrated. I can't even say which language it's written in. I've no idea what it says.
Guardate qui quanto scende gli FPS, sembra tipo un altro gioco quando lo carica. Guardate qui, 37 fps questa parte. Chissà se c'è un'opzione proprio che mi distrugge le performance, perché comunque sono con una... Mettiamo ombre medie e queste medie, vediamo che succede. No. Ho messo tutto ultra, no. Allora c'è qualcosa che sicuro mi distrugge le performance. Quindi abbassiamo un pochino questo processo e questo, però mi sembra strano che gli effetti. Vediamo così. E neanche questo mi migliora molto. Ma sto facendo... Allora, facciamo così. Proviamo tutto basso. Proviamo tutto basso. Vediamo che succede. E togliamo sempre la sincronia verticale così ci regoliamo. No, non migliora neanche tutto basso. Cioè, 8 fps guadagno. C'è proprio un problema secondo me. Che comunque siamo tutto basso e va così. C'è qualche problema di scheda grafica però perché non me la legge correttamente. In questo momento la usa pochissimo. Come vedete a 1050 al momento la scheda grafica.
It's a sign. There's something coming. Something real bad.
You didn't tell me that the warehouse I was looking for...
Because its owner is dead, and I don't want to see you hang... Now, please.
You can't understand. You're not sailors. Oh, yeah? It's a sign. He's gonna There's something coming. Something real bad. Don't put that beast back in the water.
No, se trovo qualche altra informazione in giro. Comunque delle impostazioni le posso rialzare perché non è che... Mettiamo così un po' medio, posso gestire le ombre alto. E lasciamo così e i cali, vabbè, ce ne faremo una ragione. Ma si posso provare ad abbassare la risoluzione, aspettate un attimo solo. Se è proprio un problema di risoluzione magari, ma non dovrebbe essere in teoria. Sì, un po' più alti in alcune zone però. I due prima non li avevo visti, mi sa.
We're no longer at home on our own island.
Calm down. It's not worth the effort.
I told him, that flunky, that he'll see what a real sailor has in his belly.
If you continue like that, everyone will see what you've got in your belly.
I hope so. I hope they don't forget the lesson. Me? I'm not scared of some girl.
I mean they're going to cut you open, you idiot. Calm down.
Prohibition is just a joke around here. That suits me fine.
Se questo qua vi parla, ora mi sa che è lei o no?
Another break? I told you to beat it. I told you to beat it.
Niente, non mi parla. Vabbè, allora continuiamo la nostra ispezione. Prima se troviamo qualche altro indizio.
You saw what happened with those sailors. Don't hang around here unless you want trouble with the bootleggers.
I've seen the kind of messages their boss sends. You're not scared of her.
Of course I am. She's not interested in small fry like me. You, on the other hand, nose around too much?
This warehouse looks abandoned.
No doubt a question of territory. You want to know more, go...
Good. I shall take...
Che però andrei qua dentro. L'abilità fiuto consente di individuare oggetti nascosti nei paraggi. Una volta li recuperi tutti.
It looks like there's a way in under this grate.
Gli oggetti nascosti. Una leva.
A handle. It must come from these old winches.
Una leva che tira da lì. Probabilmente il problema come ci faccio ad arrivare lì dalla scala.
I could use this old winch to lift the grating.
Ok, quindi come l'attivo? Se montato un deficiente non riesco ad attivarlo. Congedati. Poi che devo fare? C'è un pulsante. No, c'è la manovella. Che non mi dà niente al momento.
A ratchet device. Exactly what I need.
Ah, forse deve aprire un altro pezzettino che non avevo preso in considerazione.
A whale vertebra. If the newspaper clipping in the bar is true, this bone is a real fossil.
E ancora mancano pezzi? Sì. Almeno così sembra che manca qualche altro pezzo, ma cosa? Ok, Cosa manca? Sì, perché c'è ancora il coso che mi illumina di trovare oggetti nascosti. Quindi c'è qualcosa. Se escono e scomparono, c'è. No, c'è ancora qualcosa da trovare. Allora, cerchiamo meglio. Eccolo qua.
It should be possible to mount this cogwheel on the winch.
Ho completato tutti gli oggetti.
Looks like everything is in its place. All that's left is to try to turn this handle. Damn, I broke it.
Che ci abbiamo concluso a questo punto? Non ho capito che cosa abbiamo rotto. Non l'ho visto. Scusate che rimetto 1080 che così sia un pochino maluccio. Vediamo prima questo qua che come si vede. La risoluzione è questa. No, così è giocabile già. Ma non posso semplicemente saltare di qua per andare dall'altra porta? No, mi sa di no, ma che cosa abbiamo rotto? Sto andando a vedere i pulsanti per vedere se si può saltare, fare qualche cosa, ma mi sa di no. E questo vorrei sapere a che cosa ci è servito, al momento non riesco a capirlo. Cosa abbiamo combinato? In sostanza, cosa abbiamo fatto? Cosa abbiamo risolto?
Well, well. A little mouse has got lost on our turf. You're not only inquisitive, you're also stupid. What gave you the crazy idea to come?
Your turf? That's news to me.
For a guy who has no idea, you've been doing a fair bit of poking around. My men saw you staking out the Hawkins warehouse.
Is that against the law?
I'm no idiot, Detective. I'll tell you how things work around here. I decide who comes in and who stays out. And anyone who doesn't respect my rules I punish them.
Is your name Cat?
What of it?
Maybe we can come to an understanding.
Maybe. Or maybe not.
Ah, giusto, direttamente così.
Get this joker out of here. He might have a little trouble walking on his own.
Oh, I'm getting careless.
Vabbè ragazzi, io direi che ci fermiamo qui e continuiamo poi la prossima volta, tanto ho capito che comunque queste cose non incidono molto sulle prestazioni. Comunque indagherò se c'è qualche altro problema che può aiutarmi a non scendere così in basso. Grazie a tutti.